12 months since the crime. The date, remember, Wednesday, the 21st of March.
Just before noon that day, friends remember seeing Hilda Murrell in the Abbey Foregate area of Shrewsbury. She'd been shopping at Safeways and drawn some money from a nearby bank when she was seen getting into her white Renault car. She'd only half a mile to go to the detached house in Sutton Road, where she lived alone. That lunchtime, however, someone may have got there before her. From what was later found at the scene of the crime, police know she put some of her shopping away. They also know that at some stage she must have gone upstairs. Hilda Murrell was apparently attacked inside the house and tied up while the intruder carried out a search. From the kitchen, one of her knives was probably taken, and though the burglar searched her handbag, he ignored a cheque card and chequebook, concentrating on the cash she'd taken from the bank that morning. The living room curtains were drawn, and as her attacker continued his search, he helped himself to a drink. Even at this stage in the escalating violence, her attacker may not have wanted to kill her. And in one of the strangest twists to the story, he forced her out of the house and into her own car. From her house in Sutton Road, the first landmark the car passed was a roundabout known locally as Column Island. It seemed to be heading straight for the centre of town. It was then seen close to the Monkmoor Road traffic lights. Hilda Murrell was slumped in the passenger seat, and the car took a right turn away from the town centre. A couple of minutes later, at the far end of Monkmoor Road, it passed Shrewsbury Police Station, and half a mile further on, it was heading out into the Shropshire countryside. It crossed Heathgate's roundabout and took the final exit, travelling east. A couple driving towards town remember a white car swerving past them as it sped out into the countryside. The car was following a back route to Newport until it turned off into a country road called Huntington Lane. It was about this point along that narrow country lane that police believe Hilda Murrell, already bruised and battered, began to come round.
Sit still. Sit still. You'll get some of that. Some of that. Right? Hello. Hello. Get your...
We know from the tyre tracks that it was here that the car skidded off the road, and it's likely that Hilda Murrell was then forced to get out.
Get out!
Her attacker then began a frantic attempt to get the car moving again, shoving a book under the front wheel. It could have been at this point that she took the car's ignition keys. They were later found in her pocket. And despite her age and appalling injuries, Hilda Murrell may have made one last attempt to get away.
Oi! Oi! Come here!
Whatever happened, police believe that her attacker bundled Hilda Murrell off that country lane and into a field. Evidence found there seems to suggest she was stabbed and beaten as she was forced across the field and dragged towards a small coppice, where she would die some hours later.